There's a new report out that details yet another right-wing group's involvement in the January 6th plot to overturn the election. Now, Alyssa Bowen, writing for Truth Out, detailed a group that has so far flown under the radar, so to speak, but has been a big driver of election-related conspiracy theories, voter suppression, attacks on education, and some other pretty disastrous things. Okay, now the group is called Moms for America, and they actually used to be called Homemakers for America. So that follows the right-wing trend of course, claiming that, hey, we're just regular moms, we're regular people, regular parents. That's it. We're just speaking out. We're just average people. But of course, when you look at who's funding them, you realize they're not so much average people. No. When you drill down into the group, you find out that they're funded by some pretty large right-wing donors, organizations. In fact, this should pretty much tell you where they're at here politically. One of their board members is Mercedes Schlapp, a former Trump 2020 campaign advisor. Oops. Now, she is also the wife of CPAC chairman Matt Schlapp, who's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble. A lot of allegations against Mr. Schlapp. Now, when you look into the donors, though, one of their biggest donors is Julie Jenkins Fancelli, a Florida-based heiress to the Publix supermarkets fortune. Yeah. Who donated $1.375 million to Moms for America. All right. And let me just add.
USA, USA, USA.
All right. So now, the second largest known donor in 2021 is called the Bradley Impact Fund, a pass-through group that disguises the identities of its donors. They contributed $752,500. Yes. Now, the BIF is legally separate but close to the Bradley Foundation, a massive right-wing foundation that journalist Jane Mayer exposed for its role in pushing election denial, specifically the big lie, voter fraud, stole the election, all that ridiculous stuff. Okay. Now, some of the Bradley Foundation's previously secret funders included Bear Seed, Richard Unlein, and Paul Singer, who have links to Leonard Leo. Oh, by the way, I think you all remember me talking about Justice Alito and his fishing trips with Paul Singer. All seems to be connected. All right. Now, Moms for America also took $10,000 from a PAC called America's Future Inc., dark money group chaired by Michael Flynn, who, again, thinks they were putting vaccines in your salad dressing. So, lovely. So, what did that money go to? Well, Moms for America, their staffers helped organize the January 5th Stop the Steal rally. Now, its founder and president, Kimberly Fletcher, who was deposed by the January 6th committee and pled the fifth to nearly every question posed to her, was shown by the committee of her group of having high-level involvement of organizing this event. For example, the committee showed that in December of 2020, Fletcher was part of the text thread with fellow rally organizer Ellie Alexander, Nathan Martin, and Ed Martin, in which she told them she had secured permits for activities to answer then-President Donald Trump's call to prevent the election from being certified. They also demonstrate that Moms for America Vice President Debbie Kraulitis helped coordinate accommodations for the January 5th Stop the Steal event attendees, and Moms for America provided a VIP list for the January 6th event at the White House Ellipse, where Trump spoke and urged the crowd to go to the Capitol and, quote-unquote, fight like hell. Yes. All right. Now, another person is Cindy Shafian, who had helped organize and spoke at the Stop the Steal rally on January 5th, while her husband, Scott Shafian, acted as head of security. According to January 6th committee testimony, Moms for America soon after thereafter hired Cindy Chafin as its, quote, Director of Coalitions and Engagement. In her speech, Chafin addressed her comments directly to Trump, quote, "We heard your call. We are here for you, Mr. President." She had also gave a lot of thanks during that speech to armed militias like the Oath Keepers, Three Percenters, the First Amendment Praetorian, which her husband reportedly leads, and the Proud Boys. Thanked them for defending the crowd. She also claimed that the Proud Boys were not white supremacists and led a chant in support of Enrique Tarrio, who was recently found guilty of seditious conspiracy for plotting to attack the Capitol on January 6th. So, they know the best people, the greatest people, all connected. Oh, by the way, video footage also shows her marching up the stairs to the Capitol on January 6th and cheering as rioters assaulted a police officer. So, there you go. There's one of your moms for fascism. I mean, for America. Sorry. Wow. What a slip. Oh, but there's more, by the way. Moms for America Board of Directors member Charles W. Herbster, by the way, not a mom, former Trump advisor who'd been accused of sexual assault by 8 women, wow, posted on Facebook the afternoon before the insurrection that he was, quote, in the private residence of the president at Trump International with the following patriots who are joining me in the battle for truth and justice. Justice and truth, truth and justice. By trying to overthrow the democratic process. According to Herbster's post, those in attendance were Senator Tommy Tuberville, who denied being there despite photos of him being there in the lobby that day. Former Republican Attorneys General Association Executive Director Adam Piper, Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, former Trump National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, Trump advisor Peter Navarro, Trump's 2016 campaign manager Corey Lewandowski, and deputy campaign manager David Bossie, who led the conservative group Citizens United. Additionally, Sharona Bishop, whose Moms for America describes as an election security specialist, laugh along with me. Yes, election security specialist. Really, if you're a specialist, how come you got it so incredibly wrong? She had proposed getting rid of all voting machines, because of course, automatic voter registration, of course, and most absentee voting, because of course. Because they think that they have a disadvantage when you allow those things. No, I mean, technically, I guess they do. They have a disadvantage when more people vote. But specifically, they have a disadvantage because they're not putting forward popular policy that people like. Again, most of their policy involves hating other people, and doing bad things. You should instead run on and then do good things that help average people, that help working people. Yeah, I know. Very, very difficult to do because they don't believe in helping average people. They believe in helping themselves. They believe in helping their donors and, of course, upholding white supremacy. Okay, so now, there's more, by the way. She was also deeply involved in a scheme by former Colorado elections clerk Tina Peters to discredit the results of the 2020 presidential election in the state, which resulted in Bishop's home being searched by the FBI. Bishop was not charged as part of the investigation. And she had also had a close relationship with MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell, Mr. Mike Pillow, who had produced a so-called documentary about the incident in which Bishop had co-starred. Bishop had flown on Lindell's private jet to Lindell's 2021 Moment of Truth conference in August of 2022, where she went on her own rant about the 2020 fraud election and other claims that have been repeatedly debunked. So, yeah, pretty influential people in this group being massively linked to January 6th and the effort to continue to challenge election results that ended up not being favorable to them, because of course. Now, the reason that I'm covering this, that I'm talking about this group, that I think a lot of you might not have heard before is, well, for a couple of reasons. Number one, it shows you how successful they are in using these Orwellian names to mask what their goals really are. Okay. It also shows you how insane the right-wing base has gone, where you go, from being homemakers for America, and doing whatever social conservative causes to then supporting things to overturn the election. That's how far the right wing has gone. And also shows you how much money is behind these efforts. All these groups on the right that are trying to end democracy as we know it in this country, and they are very, very well funded. Not successful, but very well funded regardless. Now, that's the other, another reason, the final reason I should say that that we really need to talk about this is what they're doing at the state level. Okay, this group also has a 15-state plan to engage and mobilize moms, moms, to get out the mom vote in 2024, as well as in other state and local elections, specifically school board elections in 2023. So they're around, they're well-funded, and they have a plan. That's kind of disastrous. That's kind of dangerous. So they're doing everything that they can in this country to take this country further to the right. Now, believe it or not, there's some good news here. Okay? The fact that they have to brand themselves this way, and I always find it funny with these conservative groups. So like, moms for liberty, patriots for America, moms for America, moms for good things, moms for children, all these groups, especially like if they have the word moms or family in it, almost a guarantee that it's going to be like some weirdo anti-gay right-wing group. Okay? Generally, not in every situation, but generally we've seen that this weird Orwellian, again, naming scheme that the right wing has, adopt, like basically taking patriot, mom, all this stuff that it should be pretty innocuous and even good things, and then taking that name and then using your groups to do the worst things. That's what they do. Now, again, the fact that they do have to brand themselves this way and spend so much money it means that they're not really all that popular with the majority of Americans. And they really have to spend a lot on propaganda. Okay? And so if we continue to point out these facts about these groups and make their names known and what they really stand for, well, their support tends to evaporate. So keep pointing that out and what they're doing. And again, there's a good chance that they'll fail or rebrand or all that stuff. And so it really all starts, fighting back starts with knowing who your enemies really are and the tactics that they're using.